Hi everybody, Jeremy here from Video Studio, and today I'm going to share with you how to recreate that subscribe title in Davinci Resolve. So let's check it out. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to create that subscribe title in Davinci Resolve. You can download that macro in the link in the description below. It got a bunch of different functionality to make it very easy to use directly from the edit page. So I encourage you to try it out. But right now we're just going to try to recreate it, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. So before starting, we're going to need to get a bell icon. To do that, I will recommend you to just search for SVG file on SVG repo. So here I've just find this one. I'm just going to download it. Those SVG are copyright free. So I will put the link to SVG repo in the description as well. Now we're not directly going to bring it to Davinci Resolve. We're just going to first need to resize it. So here I'm going to go to a vector. I'm going to link again to that in the description, which is vector file editor online. So here I'm just going to create a new artwork. We're going to create an HG canvas. So here's going to be 1920 here, unlink, and then 1080. And it just created a new canvas. It's essentially like Illustrator, but free and online. You can then just drag over your SVG file. So here it just brings the icon in that window. I'm just going to resize it and make it bigger. And here we're just going to put it within the center. It's very important that we do that so we don't encounter a sizing problem down the line in Davinci Resolve. So once you've resized it properly, you can just here export it, click download, and you're good to go. Now we're back in Davinci Resolve. Let's get on with that composition. So I'm gonna just delete my title, and here we're gonna go over to Effect, bring a new Fusion composition in our timeline, and go to the Fusion page. The first thing I'm going to do is here bring a new background. I'm going to link the output of that background to the media out, and I'm just going to bring the alpha channel of the background down to 0 to have transparency. Now I'm going to create my box, so I'm going to bring a new background. I'm going to link the output of that background here to the first one to just merge them, and then I'm going to select my background and here bring a rectangular mask to just create that box. So now I can just reshape it, raise up a bit the corner radius so we have rounded corner. And here I'm going to go to my background and change from black to red. The way we're going to create this title is we're basically going to create two boxes in parallel, and we're just going to then switch them with a dissolve. So we're going to create the first box with subscribe and then a second box with subscribed. And we're going to animate it to switch with a dissolve node. So right now I have my first box. I'm going to create my second box by bringing here a new background in my working area. And I'm going to bring as well a new merge. So here I'm just going to bring that merge, link the background to the green arrow of the merge, and link my first initial background to the yellow arrow of the merge. And now to create my box, I'm just going to reuse that rectangle that I have over there, and I'm going to link that to mask the background 3. So it might be a bit confusing, but here, if I just move things around, as you can see, we have the same canvas for the two boxes. So this background right here, and we have the same rectangle that create the two boxes, just we have different colors here with those two backgrounds. The first one here is red, and now we can just create this one and make it gray, for example. If I were to just switch the view here to the merge, as you can see, it's black. And then the first one is red. So here I'm just going to go to my black one, and we're going to change the color for something gray. I think this is good. So now we're just going to add text to both boxes. So here I'm just going to start with the first box. So I'm going to bring a new text here. I'm going to link the output of that text to the merge. And here I'm just going to write subscribe. I'm going to change the font for pop-in. I'm going to reduce the size. And I'm going to add some shadow to that text by here selecting my text, hit shift space on my keyboard, search for drop shadow, and bring that in. Here it just brings some shadow beyond the text. We can then just readjust that. So I'm going to increase the strength to the maximum just to see what I'm doing. And here I'm just going to adjust the drop distance to make it closer to the text. I'm going to reduce the blur as well, bring the drop distance closer again. And then I can just decrease the shadow strength as well. Right now, I'm just going to double click on it actually to reset it to default. So it's fine like this at 0.5. Now let's create the subscribed box. So to do that, I'm just going to select here my first text, my drop shadow, and I'm just going to copy them and then paste them. Then I'm just going to link the output of the drop shadow to the merge and bring that merge to the viewer so we can see what we're doing. Here, I'm just going to change the text from subscribe to subscribed. I'm then just gonna reduce a bit the size of the text just to make a bit of space here for the bell that's gonna come. I'm gonna move it a tiny bit to the side here to make space again for the bell. And I can now import my SVG file. So I'm gonna go over to Fusion, import, and here SVG. I can then just load my SVG file and bring that in. Now the SVG file is in, I'm just gonna add it here to my merge, bring the viewer to this merge, and now we can just select our SVG, hit shift space on our keyboard and search for a transform node, bring that in, and then just adjust the size and position of that bell. So here we're just gonna reduce it to about the same size of the text and then put it to the side right there. Actually a tiny bit smaller, like that. Now we're gonna need to adjust the color of our text and the color of our bell. To do that, I'm just gonna start with the text by selecting it. And here, instead of white, we're gonna just select a slight gray. Now I'm gonna go over there and I'm just gonna copy my color code so I can apply the same color from the text to the icon. So here, let's just copy that, select everything, copy, select OK, and then you can just double click on your SVG file, go to the background, here select the background, go to color, and you can then just paste the code that we just copied. Now it's easier to see what we do with the two colors that are matching, and once I'm seeing that, I realize that my bell might be a bit too big, so I'm just gonna make my adjustment to make it a tiny bit smaller again. Now I'm happy with this, so as you can see we have our second box and we got our first box right there. Now it's just time to animate them and link them with a dissolve node. So I'm gonna hit shift space on my keyboard and I'm gonna search for a dissolve node. I'm gonna take my dissolve, hold shift on the keyboard and then just drag that in right here on the line. And then I'm just gonna take my second box, so here the end of the merge, and link it to the green arrow. What a dissolve node does is that here it gives us a background foreground parameter that we can adjust to switch from one to the other. And that's what we're gonna use to create the transition between the two subscribe buttons. So then for the animation, we're gonna mostly keyframe on the dissolve, on a transform node, and on the bell transform. So here I'm just gonna select my dissolve, hit shift space on my keyboard, search for transform, and bring a new transform node. I'm gonna go at frame 12, and here on this transform, I'm gonna drop a keyframe on the size. Then I'm gonna go to frame 0, bring the size down to 0. Then I'm gonna go to frame 15, and here I'm gonna drop a keyframe on the size at 1. Then we can go to frame 27, and here we're just gonna bring the size down to 0.75. That's gonna be the button click animation, and then we're just gonna bring 12 frames down the line, so that's gonna be at frame 39, and here we can just bring back the size to 1. So now we got our position animation. We're gonna need to make the dissolve animation. So here I'm gonna go to frame 26, so right before the end of the click on the button, and we're going to drop a keyframe there. So I'm going to go to the dissolve, and we're going to start by dropping a keyframe on the subscribe, not subscribe. So we're just going to bring that here to the background. That's the first one that we want. Drop a keyframe here, and then go to frame 27, and then bring up the subscribe. So now we already have the base of the animation. We're going to smooth that out after down the line. But the last bit of animation that we want is here. We want to have the bell jingling. To do that, we're going to start at frame 27, and here we're going to go to the transform of the bell, and we're going to add some keyframing to the angle. So here I'm going to drop a keyframe at 0 on the angle, then we're going to move 2 frames forward, and here at the angle, we're going to just change that to 15. Then we're going to move again 2 frames forward, so at frame 31, and we're going to do minus 15. Then again, move 2 frames forward, and here we're going to do 15 again. 2 frames forward, minus 15, 2 frames forward, 15, and then 2 frames forward, and we're gonna just bring that back down to 0. And that basically just makes the bell bounce from one side to the other. Now if we play it, the animation is not that smooth because it's a linear curve, so we're gonna go over to the spline editor. Here I'm gonna select my 2 transforms, and then I'm just gonna click zoom to fit. And now we can just select all our points and hit the letter S on our keyboard to just smooth out those curves. And now if we play it, we get something that is way smoother. I hope this video was helpful. Again, you can download that free title by clicking the link in the description below. If you enjoy it and want to use more YouTube titles, you can find a full pack on our website. It contains 30 different kind of assets for our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye! Speed up your workflow and create better videos using the pack available on our website, including titles, transition, and templates, but only for Davinci Resolve. Get started today by downloading our free starter pack containing a compilation of 20 titles curated from our library. Link in the description below or at videodjastudio.com.